Welcome, my Zentangle friends. I'm so glad you're here for our grand finale of Inktober 2025. It's gone to bed. And tomorrow we start our Gratitangles. I'm so excited, but I'm running a little behind. I had told you and promised you that I would show you some techniques and ideas that you can use easily in case you decide you want this to be more cohesive. Well, I'm here to tell you I absolutely love all the spacing, and I probably will leave it alone as it is. But make a copy so that you might try some of these things, and you might try them, and you might also want to do this in color, who can say? So if I were to want to change this up and make it more cohesive, I would make sure to have some different sizes of pens. First of all, you're going to want to have some, even maybe a 10 or a Sharpie, some things handy that you will be able to do some background with. So where I want these to get together, and I will show you where I want them to get together, is I want, like this area here, I need more drama here. And I think more drama here too. So if I decide I want more drama, I'm going to use my 05 or whatever pen you have handy, right? And I'm going to darken this region here. I'm not going to take a lot of your time today with this because I know you have a life and I know you are preparing, and so am I, for Gratitangles. So everything has come on us. You see, I'm kind of working in a circular motion so that I can darken this to my satisfaction, although I will go back and look at it very, very closely. Drama is something that is really you're gonna love to add more drama. I will do all of these sides. But if I didn't want to do that, I have other techniques, like for instance, in this region here, I believe this would be fun to do some cross hatching. Watch what I'm going to do here. I'm going to have a diagonal line. You see, I'm being very kind of casual about it because I am just trying to get this on here for you and for us. Cross hatching is something that makes this all pop together too. That, and I need to get a slew more shading on each of these patterns to have this come out to my happiness. I will cross, you see, I'm hardly putting my pen on the paper. And the hatching, the little squares are getting smaller and smaller, which is what I'm trying to do. Very lightly, even though I'm working with a 05 pen, which is a bit thick. But still, I'm going to be able to get this on here so much better. I like how that looks. You might not like that particular spot. I get that. I probably would try to disguise that a little more. But I am trying my best to work so quickly for you. Okay, I would have my pencil very, very sharp. I would try to put some shading in. And you see how I'm digging right in here close? Because I want this to pop off above here. And I will shade here. See, one thing we never did in our patterns together was do much shading on the outside of the patterns. We did lots of shading interior, but not on the outside. If you have some cool night, you might want to get your color pencils out and do some color fun with this too. Just in this little area is what I want to kind of show you. Okay, let me get that closer. So you can see where I just laid a ton of shade on here, and now I'm going to push it out into those hash marks. If I find that I have left a line, I don't want that. I'm going to go back and add a little more graphite. Little circular motion here. And then push it along again. You might consider this tedious, but if you think about it, you put so much time and effort and love into this that it is kind of a pleasure to go over that again. Oh, isn't that pretty now? And see how it pops off the page? So, lots of choices. Okay, so I think the drama is huge, like I've mentioned. I think hash marks are fun. I also like to do another level of aura-ing, and to do that, I'll use a finer pen. So a 01 or even a 005, and I will try to get some second auras on here. Like I already had an aura here. I'm gonna aura my aura. Oh my goodness, did I really say that? I'm gonna come along here, tuck it back in. That needs to be darkened. It's not gonna go any further there, but I can aura here and up here and take this as far as I want. Now, I don't have to take it both sides, that's for sure. And if I feel like finishing this off here, well, that's very much possible, right? So I've done all three in this region, and I quite like the look of it. It's my golden chance to look things over and say, you know what, you need a little more shading, which I do. I need more shading here. And where I have made a little more here, that indent that I did, I want to add a little more graphite, and I'm also going to go around all of the outside walls like that, all the way around the entire piece. Push it in. That's not good enough. Let's get this right. I don't want that little bit of white line showing, and I don't want a dark, definitive, dark line either. So I'm going to push that out, come back with my blender stump, make sure that it is pushed out so that I'm trying very, very hard to have it go from dark, 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 medium dark, and leave myself a little light in here too. All three, and look at the difference. It is gorgeous. So that's something that I would say that you would like to do, possibly. Another thing that I really think is fun is doing some lines with sparkle. So what I'm going to do, and I've got so many areas that I could choose here, but I just want to choose maybe here. Sorry. I want to choose a small one. I'm looking over my work. And what I'm going to do is make a wavy light line like that. And then I'm going to replicate my wavy line. Maybe, like I mentioned, I'll do a little sparkle where my pen gets lifted once in a while. Take your time. This is definitely the essence of Zentangle. Lift my pen again. You see that I'm tickling the paper, barely touching it. So if I'm going to do that, which obviously I just did, but I'm not going to take it too far again because this is your labor of love, I'm going to come along here, get some hefty shading on. Also going to need to have my pencil push in here. This is pure and simple graphite now. It's not pencil at all. It's graphite. Right? How sweet is this? I hope you like it. I love it. I really want that little bit of white to pop here, and if it doesn't, I'm going to go back if I've got too much graphite going, especially with three sides like that, and pull it back out. So let me show you what I did with the compilation piece that was that had no words. I darkened in spaces, I used some of these corners to see how I just carved a few of those out. That's going to have to be worked on a little more. As you can tell, that white shines through here. You see with my pen, I'm working kind of in a circular motion, and I want a little white to be here between this pattern and the darkening that I did. And so I embraced the different colors, or the different shapes, excuse me. Different shape here too. I could even do a little more with this here and cut out another tiny triangle here, which will accentuate this sweet pattern that we made a few days ago. Lots of this back and forth ribbons. And then let me see, more darkening, and pretty much, now here I used a much thicker pen. I love how that looks too. So that's pretty much, oh, I added an extra foxy lady here because I had a huge space here that I didn't plan on. And I looked at that huge space too, and I thought, what can I do? And more drama. But then if I look, and there's no up or down with this kind of pattern. Now, I did not want too much drama here. My eye needed a rest here. So what I've done is darken all the way around. And then I've come in and I've pushed my graphite in and made sure there's a little white space here. I probably will go over this a little more again. So lots of wonderful choices. One thing I might suggest with this wonderful keepsake that you have is if you make this a tiny bit smaller, like on your printer, if you can, go 8 by 8. If you go ahead and cut this up, if it's 8 by 8 by 2.5 inches each, you'll end up with some gorgeous bookmarks that you can laminate and give for presents. I'm not saying you would use them, but maybe you would. Anyway, great ideas. I always see a little more that I need to do. I'm not done yet. Gotta get that a little more blended in. Sorry, peeps. Little more blended in, little circular motion. That is Zentangle. There is always more to do, but I am excited to be here with you tomorrow for Gratitangles. So we will leave this here and know that I will be working and you will be working on this in our spare time. Ha ha. See you soon tomorrow. Bye.